Kelston will get first use of the ball, and it's a big first carry from the number 17, I believe, Isaiah Aho. So the first couple of sets going to be vital in this one as we see Vincent Taloa carry the ball forward. And if you didn't catch the first half, Kelston in fine touch. Just having a few discussions at half-time. We thought maybe Wesley perhaps a little nervous coming into this one, coming up against a school like Kelston and with the wind factor as well. So we'll see if they can improve things a little bit in the second half. And that's a good little kick in the end, just finds touch. As we're talking, one of Kelston's finest graduates walks past us, Toimo Lola here. Of course, he'll be getting ready for this weekend's game for the Warriors against the Gold Coast Titans. And Tui, a student here at the school just a couple of years ago. So great to see Tui down here supporting the next generation coming through. And Kelston, they've brought through a number of really quality players recently. David Fusitua as well, a member of this school, so a renowned rugby league breeding ground. And the current crop looking pretty good so far as well. And remember, the winner of this one will join St. Paul's College in the SAS College Rugby League Grand Final next week at Mount Smart Stadium, number 2. And we've got a big break now out here on the left, and I think it's Peter Silo into space, and Onyeki's chasing, but I don't think he's going to get there. So Wesley, provided disaster doesn't occur here, are going to hit back, and Silo will cross under the post. A spirited chase from Onyeki, but got nowhere near him in the end. So Wesley straight away, a positive start to the half, and that is just what they needed, really. They were starved of possession through that entire first 25 minutes, but that is an excellent start, and let's see now what that does to the mindsets of both teams. Kelston probably a little bit shocked after that one. They got split open pretty easy out there on the edge. That's Silo's second try of the match. He scored out on the opposite corner earlier in the game, made the most of a nice overlap, and there just showed pure speed there. Once he broke the initial line, no one was catching him. So great work from Wesley to reply. Perhaps a bit of a rack up at halftime from coach, doing the trick, and Pompey should convert this from in front, and we'll be back to 22 points to 10. Back to a 2-score game. Plenty of talk going on from the Wesley boys now. The Kelston locals doing their best to put the kicker off. Pompey steps in from in front, and it's straight over. So Wesley back into this game now, 22 points to 10. They trail. It's a 2-score game after a really forgettable first half for them, and the next couple of sets will be vital. Kelston need to reply with some good aggressive defence early on, and for Wesley, well, they can't afford an error here. Have to complete the next couple of sets. As we wait for the ball to come back onto the pitch, at this stage time's still on, and unsurprisingly Kelston taking their time. So Onyeki jogging the ball back. If you didn't catch the action last week, Wesley got through with a 12-10 victory over Westlake in a really close game. Westlake, really talented squad out there on the North Shore, but just falling short in the end after they got them in pool play. Kelston get things started out towards the corner and needs to be careful not to go too close to that sideline. You can see the eyes light up of the Kelston edge defenders there. Lawrence now gets his hands on the ball, and the big boys getting involved. I think that's Setefano, brother of Papakura Sea Eagles star Vicesio Setefano, and they'll get the penalty as well. So that's just good work there from Setefano, fighting to get the players off him in the tackle, and earns his team a penalty. So the tide, you can feel it turning a little bit here from Wesley. If they can complete this set, force a repeat set, or even get points at the end of it, it's game on as we wait for the ball to fly down towards, and it's a good kick for touch. It's gone well into the Wesley attacking half. So Wesley now with a bit of spring in their step, and they've set out a very staggered backline, almost a rugby union looking formation to them right now, with the backs out towards the left of the field. Some second man play. Pompey left to pick up the scraps, tries to put a bit of footwork on, but he's not tricking anyone that time. Fred Safata comes in to finish off the tackle. Tupea into dummy half. Head back out towards that left edge, and Pompey misses one out. Got into a little bit of space there, the winger. I think that may have been the number 5, Semesi Faifasa. First year player in this team, but just tripped at the last minute. Adam Pompey again. Got to be leading this game in terms of touches on the ball. High involvement. We mentioned he's got experience at higher levels with the Sydney Roosters. Played a little bit of Holden Cup under-20s for them this year. A little miss-out ball, and in fact it misses everyone from Wesley and finds number 3 for Kelston, Aiden Orr. So not what Wesley probably needed there, but some good defence here will restore that momentum that Wesley seemed to have wrestled back in this contest. Plenty of talk going on from the Wesley coaching staff. You can hear them here just encouraging that line speed. They know that if they're going to win this game, it's going to have to be with a couple of big defensive plays. Falilua out of dummy half, and the ball spills loose, and Kelston are dangerous from broken play. We've seen that, and they get the penalty. A late flop, I think, by Adam Pompey. Not what they needed there. Wesley compounding that error with a penalty, and Kelston now will start the set from well inside their half. Bailey Payne's going to kick for touch. So Safata getting involved with the first carry, the centre. Back towards the right now, and Tutaki with a carry, and it's a good carry as well. Makes a couple of metres under pressure there towards the left. Yorka gets his hand on the ball. He'll play out the back to Wairangi. There's a little bit of space here. This is the number 12, Bailey Payne. Dragged down just short. Numbers to the left. They'll go there. Aiden Orr puts on a little bit of footwork. Good tackle there, and it was a must-make, I think, by Ronan Lawrence, the little man. Back towards the sticks now. Rangi plays it in field. Payne takes the hit up. Kelston with tackles up their sleeve. Falilua back towards the left. Rangi will take the ball on. Looked left initially, but not fooling anyone from the Wesley line. And we've either got an error there or a handover, I think. So Wesley, after back-to-back errors, surviving that set. Good work from them. Again, they're getting plenty of confidence as Kelston rush a marker in. And it's a 1-out-1 to start the set, and good contact. It was led by Rangi, and then Bailey Payne joined in to drive him back. So it's a good game here so far. Despite the score, it's probably really evened out now, and it's hard to tell who's sort of got the momentum in this one right now. Both teams playing some good football, urgent defence. Pompey now puts it on a little goose step and heads towards the left. Out of dummy half they go. Yorka with a stinging tackle around the hips on Tupea. He's the wrong man to run at. The kick now, I think this might be from inside the 40. Onyeki's not going to get there, so if it goes out, we've got a 40-20 here. We wait for confirmation from our referee. And it is indeed a 40-20 kick, so that is a great play from Ronan Lawrence. A heads-up play. I believe it was Lawrence, not Adam Pompey. But an excellent kick, and it was more than 40-20 in the end. It rolled well inside the 20. So an excellent tactic there, and that just shows a little bit of rugby league smarts from this school as well. So Wesley packed the scrum down. Tupea's going to feed it. Set out towards the left. Pompey into first receiver. Misses out and goes to his brother. There's a big gap out here on the left, and that's a well-worked move that has completely sucked the Kelston defence in. And Pompey, after going down, will pick up the extra yardage and improve the kick. So a great little set play there from Wesley. He saw them just one out from the scrum, miss out the dummy runner, go out the back door. Brother to brother, Adam Pompey to Tuhi Pompey, and he was into yards of space. So excellent play there from Wesley. And they're a different team in this second half of footy. Playing with confidence, backing themselves with little plays like that, and it's great to see. So 22-14 kick to come. So if this kick goes over, we've all of a sudden got a game on our hands. It'll be a one-score game if this kick does go over. Pompey's going to attempt it from about 10 metres towards the left of the uprights. Comes in, he's got that front-on strike, hits it, and it's over. So there you go. 6-point game. Kelston 22, Wesley 16. And it's now anyone's contest, an absolute game of two halves. You put that down to the wind or a little bit of confidence perhaps that Wesley were able to get with that early try in the second half. So Kelston in no rush to get things started again. Taking their time here. They've endured a tough little period of the game, and we'll get things back underway with a towering tick out towards the left, and well kept in the end by the number 17, Sione Fafita. That was a risky one. He probably had to take it. I think it was going to bounce into touch if he didn't field it, and showed good presence of mind there to know where the sideline was and stay in field. So that could end up being a crucial play if Wesley are able to make something of this set. And all the talk now coming from Wesley as they head towards the left. Pompey with his hands on the ball, throws the cutout, and that was the play that Wesley got Kelston with earlier. Peter Solo into a gap. They go down there again, obviously seeing something they like in that mismatch out there on Kelston's right edge. Tutaki meets him head on in the tackle. Yuta Yoka drives him back. So it's a good set coming out of yardage here from Wesley. Pompey will kick. And it's a hide one. Joe Onyeki tracking back. The chase is excellent, led by Peter Silo. And if Onyeki's not careful here, he's spilt it at the back. I think it's gone backwards. And no, it hasn't. Onyeki has knocked that on. So a huge error at the back there from the Kelston fullback. You've really got to take that one. There wasn't a lot of pressure on him. And maybe just a little bit of inexperience in the position showing up there. He probably needed to get to that ball a little bit quicker and take his time with the return. But that is the error Wesley wanted, and let's see what they can do with it. Remember, there's a 6-point game now. As we approach the final 10 or 15 minutes of this one, we'll keep an eye on the time for you. So Wesley are going to pack down a scrum. Only one out towards the left. Instead, Pompey sort of looked like he juggled the ball a little bit out of the scrum there and probably takes the smart option and just hits the ball up. Out towards the left, Pompey rushed by Karie Yoka. And they'll pepper that left again, and out of dummy half, Tupea finds the ball. They burrow in close. I think he might be just short, and indeed it is short. Inches from the line. Big number 10, Lenny Nemir. But he's met well by Kelston defence. They're inches away from the line here, Wesley. What can they do with the ball? Lawrence is set out to the right. Pompey gets the ball. It's a high kick out towards the left, but it is far too deep, and that's a poor end to the set from Wesley. I think the intention there probably the crossfield kick to one of the wingers, but it was more of a bomb that went miles out on the full. So that's not what Wesley wanted, but no major drama for them if they can back it up with a decent defensive set. Interesting to note, Lawrence was calling for the ball out there, and perhaps Adam Pompey just overcalled him, decided to take the option of kicking. And here we go, what a Kelston got now. This one, Justice Leosevi with the big hit up. Falilua Malio comes out wide, and the outside back starting to get involved. This one's Carlos Henry. Year 13 students, played for Akarana and New Zealand Māori. Yoka with a good carry towards halfway, so this is a good first few carries from Kelston, and they're already into the opposition half. Yoka's still standing, gets a good quick play the ball. Falilua Malio out of dummy half, almost catches them napping, but comes up with the error. So Wesley survived that one after a few nervous moments when Falilua Malio stuck his head through the gap. So Wesley leading the way with their defence here as we enter the champion minutes on this one. Remember, the winner will go through to face St. Paul's College in the decider next week at Mount Smart Stadium number 2. We'll be bringing you that game free to air via our live stream on aucklandleague.co.nz. Keep an eye on the Auckland Rugby League social media channels on Facebook and Twitter and Instagram for updates on that one as Wesley get things back underway, and Lawrence just drops him in on a short ball. It's gone forward. So a fundamental error there from Wesley, and you really can't have that. They just survived a threatening set and then come up with a simple one, a forward pass there when there's really no need for it. No need to be running fancy set plays down that end of the field. Got to win that middle first, send the big boys at them and try that down the other end of the field. So Wesley will be bitterly disappointed with that one. They were enjoying a great period in the game, and a couple of errors now have just really given Kelston the upper hand in this one again. Kelston at this stage holding a 6-point lead. They'll pack down a scrum about 35 metres out from the line. St. Paul's will be watching on in this one, hoping that these two teams wear each other out. Plenty of battered and bruised bodies in 7 days' time at Mount Smart Stadium number 2. Yoka takes it off the scrum and carries a few with him. Now head out towards the back. Justice Leosevi. Wesley spent a little while in the ruck there, but referee says it's okay. Yoka throws a big cutout pass. They're into space here. But Henry was heading towards the sideline. In fact, sorry, that was the opposite winger. It was Ezekiel Ipana. And he had to really throw the ball back in, had no choice. It was either that or go on to touch, had to chance his arm. So good sliding defence there from Wesley, catches Kelston. And again, it's game on as we enter the final minutes of this one. At this stage, Kelston with the upper hand, 22 points to 6. So Wesley now working out a yardage, and they don't need to try anything too fancy on this one. It's a scrappy old kick at the end from Pompey. A difficult one to pick up at the back, and in the end Ipana does well. I see they've had a change of fullback there after Onyeki's error at the back. Just trying to look the field for Onyeki here, and he may have in fact left the field with an injury. So Ipana's gone to the back for the time being. And now a good dart out of dummy half by Carlos Henry. We know him more as a centre usually, but playing out on the wing today, out here on the left wing. And good involvement from the Year 13 student there. And Kelston now starting to make some easy yardage. Appeals of perhaps a shoulder charge there. Wyatt Rangi leading the chorus, but nothing coming. Rangi goes out of dummy half, and that's just easy yardage for Kelston Wesley. They need that line speed back. Karie Yoka now, again out of dummy half, comes out towards the back, and there's space out here on the left, but Ronan Lawrence saves the day with a good crunching first up contact. Last tackle. Karie Yoka gets the ball, will dribble a kick through. It's a nothing kick, easily swept up, and look out, Wesley have got speed here. Silo, I think, creeping up in support. It's the number 6. It's Adam Pompey. It's a foot race between himself and Ipana at the back. Ipana coming across in cover. He's not going to get there. Wesley have hit back, and we are probably heading for a tied ball game here. What a game this is out at Kelston Boys High School. You saw there a bad last tackle option from Karie Yoka. It was scooped up by Wesley, and they took absolute full advantage, just tearing them apart. In the end, it was a foot race between Pompey and Ipana at the back, and Pompey had the legs to get there. What an incredible game. The first half, you would have said Kelston were going to run out easy winners in this one. They completed every single set in the game, but better judges than me suggested that the second half might be a different story when Wesley got a bit of confidence behind them, and that's exactly what's happened. So we are likely headed for a tied ball game as the closing minutes approach in this one. And what an incredible game of SAS College Rugby League football. A big thank you to our sponsors once again, Hayden and Rollett and SAS Sports, bringing you this live stream. And of course, many thanks to the Auckland Rugby League Board for their initiative and forward thinking around this concept. It's great to see our young talent being broadcast around the world, really, to family and friends and rugby league enthusiasts. It's a great competition, this SAS College Rugby League. Of course, the last few years have been dominated by St. Paul's and Kelston, but Otahu going some way to reversing that last year by winning the national title. You've got Roman Hefo out there running things for them, a USA international at the 2013 Rugby League World Cup. So in good hands out there out south. They didn't have a great year this year, but of course the nationals to come in a few weeks, so we do it all again. But in the meantime, we have an excellent finish to this game here at Kelston Boys High School on our hands. Pompey with a clutch kick, the most important kick of the season for him to tie the game up. 22-20 it sits. And always hard when you've been the try scorer, I think, to take the conversion as well. The heart's racing, but he comes in, steps up, and it's no mistake from Adam Pompey from in front of the sticks. So 22 points to all. And you get the feeling the next point might well win this one. An absolutely excellent game of SAS College Rugby League footy here in West Auckland. It's a cloudy day. The rain stayed away so far and looks like it will. A little breeze around. Remember, if you just joined us, Kelston led this game 22 points to 4 at half-time and looked completely in control. But Wesley, to their credit, have come out and given the best possible response. And they've scored some really good tries in the second half, Wesley, to lock the game up at 22 points of all. And the big crowd here at Kelston set for a thrilling finish. We get things back underway. It's a high kick out towards Ronan Lawrence, and he's safely under it, and the big boys now get involved. So here we go. Kelston, plenty of enthusiasm in their line speed. Met head on, 20 metres out from the line. Penalties will be killers here. It must be clean, and it must be... And just as we mentioned that, a break now out on the left, and it's the big fella, Setefano, who makes the break. There's numbers out towards the left. Ipana with a crucial tackle. Looked like the pass might have been forward. We've got play on at this stage. The props got it again. This is great play from Wesley. Excellent rugby league. Denied by the last minute ankle tap. And I think we've got a try in the left-hand corner. We wait for confirmation. Indeed we do. So Wesley have hit the front. What an incredible turn of events here at Kelston Boys High School. 22-4 in front at half-time. And Kelston have collapsed in the second half. All credit to Wesley, who have been absolutely superb. Have ripped Kelston's right edge to shreds, and that was an excellent try. One of the tries of the season. It had a bit of everything. The big prop getting a couple of touches there, making the line break and getting free. And at this stage, Wesley are set in their first year of this competition to head to the grand final to face St. Paul's College. Of course, anything can happen, but Wesley, what an incredible turnaround of events. And Pompey, he'll take every second he can with this sideline conversion. Plenty of talk going on from Wesley. There's plenty of excitement, but they need to remember to keep their heads. Anything can happen at this SAS College Rugby League level. And looking over at the Kelston bench, they look dumbfounded. They can't believe what's gone on here. They were flawless in the first half, but have really fallen apart with their edge defence, particularly in the second. Time's gone off, so time is paused. So we know now that Kelston will get a chance to reply. The game won't end on this conversion. Pompey to convert it from out wide. And it is an important kick, because you think if this one goes over, at the very least, we're going to extra time here. If it misses, well, you know, anything's possible. Front on strike, and it's over. What a great kick from Adam Pompey out wide. Huge, and this guy has really stepped up. For me, the man of the match in this second half. Has directed play really well, scored a nice try with some speed, and kicked beautifully to get his side back into this game. So, led by the experience of Adam Pompey. He has tried at Holden Cup level with the Sydney Roosters, and he showed every bit of that experience today. So Kelston now, the local crowd are going to have to fire up. They need them to get home. It's a short one. Gone down. Not sure who that came off. Ball is loose. Anyone's ball. And Wesley are going to get it, I think. No, it's going to go Kelston's way. So a huge call here. And Kelston to pack down the scrum. We watch our match manager eagerly to watch for the final siren. There is a bit of movement over there. And we're waiting for the siren. So we're going to get one play. One play. No, we're not. That's it. It's over. Congratulations, Wesley. In their very first season of this competition, through to the SAS College Rugby League Grand Final to face St. Paul's next week at Mount Smart Stadium. And absolute scenes of joy down here at Kelston in West Auckland. And dejection for Kelston. Runners up last year. They fall just short today. There's been a great effort from them this year. Phil Gordon's side, they've done really well, but just really probably out-enthused a little bit in the second half of this game today by Wesley. So what a huge effort from Wesley. We've seen them at the Nationals for the last couple of years, but their first year playing in the Auckland SAS College Rugby League competition. They're through to the grand final. They're going to play. Calls have cut the TV from the Kelston locals, but it's been a great season for Kelston. Congratulations to Phil Gordon and his side. They fall just short today, but Wesley, what a great story. In their very first season playing in this competition, through to the SAS College Rugby League grand final. They'll play St Paul's next week, the defending champions at Mount Smart Stadium, number 2.